Hello Thursday, hello bogies, lamb kebabs for tea on the barbecue. Yeah, that's right, lamb kebabs, picked them up from Sainsbury's from the old fresh counter. Yeah, very nice they were, so I've already had that, so I've had my dinner. Time to get into the car. So what we need to do is, last time we did the driver's side wing, spot welded that on, so we'll do the same hopefully to the passenger side. We'll get that done. One annoyance I have found with that having a roof on at the moment is I've got nowhere to rest my beer easily. So yeah, you miss your massive shelf. But yeah. I did say, I mentioned that in the other video, didn't I, about those holes. I already mentioned that. And yeah. Alright, let's get the front garage door open and check out the spot welding of this passenger wing. Okay, it's going to be the same as last time. Spot weld down the gutter, spot weld down the A panel, and that includes the inner A panel as well. If you remember, they on the Mk1s they have the inner A panel sort of sits right behind it. Real bad design really, but that's the way it goes. No wonder they changed them, I guess. So yeah, we just need to make sure both surfaces are clean and get on and spot weld. So let's see how that goes. That's the A panel done. I don't know if I'm getting less fitter or that spot welder's getting heavier. But yeah, it's down heavy. So let's try and do the gutter channel. See how that goes. Well, again, that could have gone a lot better. One, I knocked my beer over, which is never good, is it? And two, again, it's just a cleanliness. It's just got to be dirt clean, dirt clean, dirt clean. So, but yeah, got there in the end. What you find is sometimes once you get the thing heated up, it sometimes can burn through a little bit of the paint. It's just even the thins, even the manky stuff that you put on pattern panels is just enough to stop it. So yeah, not too bad. And what we can just do now is fold these little gutter edges over that I'd created earlier. A couple of little slices just around the curve just to help it go round. And they can be welded up later as well. But yeah, it's on. Ain't coming off now, is it? We're on our way. We're on our way. So, would have been nearly a whole car, but now we've got rid of the roof. It's like, it's less of a car than it was the other day. So, less metal on it. Anyway, let's just trim those over. I feel like doing a highly technical job and taking out the handbrake cable. Two different types. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't really. Two types of handbrake cable as far as I know, basic ones. You have this one, the older ones, where you've got two cables individually going back, and then they go back to both the drums. And then you have a single one as well that just goes through the floor, single brake cable that attaches to the handbrake, and then that has a split, and then that goes to the, like a big Y section. This is the old type, but I don't know when they changed them, but yeah, they must have done at some point. So yeah, we'll whip that out because it doesn't need to be in there. Can't remember if those PK's in those little panels there. I think they're just PK through the floor, hopefully. Let's take it out and have a look, if we can. This is a funny bit, but these aren't just screws, they're nuts and bolts. So, they must have taken 2 people to do this at the factory. Maybe it was just an afterthought at the time and they just needed to do it really quickly, but yeah. So basically you try and unscrew it, you can't because you need to get on that. And obviously that's quite tricky being an athlete stature that I have. So yeah, all a bit silly, innit? But hey ho, it's minis, isn't it, for you? Handbrake off. So I guess we could get this shot blasted as well. Clean it all up. Bit of a satin black on it, or gloss black. Or we could do a bit of the Pour 15 stuff, which I must do. We have got that coming at some point in the next month or so. Must do. Yeah, as always, when you take something else off, you find another quirk or history. As you can see, somebody's obviously handbrake's broken, and someone's tried to tiffen it up or stuffing it up, or it's broken and then they've just added that on just to fix it. So not too sure whether we should just keep that or repair it. I don't know, I'll have a think. Yeah, more history. I was trying to find a socket for the seat belts. I've looked in about 5 drawers, can't find the right size socket. It's hot, and I'm going to give up for the night again. So yeah, it obviously feels like I'm not getting much done. I hope some people might relate to me. I could quite easily have not done this. I was sitting in the garden having a barbecue. But yeah, doing these videos does help me at least get out here, do 5-10 minutes, or even an hour, and it just gets a little bit more done. So I'm really sorry if you were expecting fast progress. I'm quite surprised actually how much slower this has been than the jet black. I know we've obviously had a slight diversion with the race car, but yeah, I don't know if it's obviously I'm taking longer doing it. I don't know if I'm being more patient or not. It's another question. I don't think I am, because I'm never patient. But I think things are just taking longer to do. Each bit it's a bit trickier, and it's just a bit more time consuming. Whether it's because I haven't done a Mark 1 before, like the A panels and stuff like that, but who knows. But yeah, or it's related to my wife not doing an evening course anymore. But to be honest, she has given me quite a lot of time out every night, doing a little bit of this anyway. So anyway, yeah, we've still got so much more to strip. We've still got all the steering column to come out. We've got those brake master cylinders, they need to come out. This dash rail is quite stuck in there. So at the moment, my current thinking is we're just going to mask it up and make sure the shot blaster avoids that area, and we're just going to give it a bit of a clean up and hopefully we reuse it. I'm not too sure if it's worth pulling it right off or not, just to then ruin it, then find another one, stick it on. Yeah, we'll have a think about that. So yeah, I've instructed my dad to fit the 850 gearbox to the 998 engine. And so that's coming ahead, and he's coming down soon because it's my daughter's 18th birthday next week, and he's bringing a bit of subframes down ready for the pickup and stuff, that future planning. So anyway, that's it, the other daughter's home. I've got to go, bye.